Hello, my name is Henry Lampert. I'm 5'8" tall, and I'm from New York City. That's my base. And and this is for a mob boss, okay? I grew up largely in the streets of Flatbush, Brooklyn. Back in the day, and I went to public schools there, played in the streets, got into fist fights there. Probably nothing real serious. Don't worry. Well, this isn't anything real serious done back in that time. At least when I was a little kid, it wasn't, It got a little bit more involved later on, of course. But, we used to play stickball, and baseball, and touch football, and punch ball, and games like Ring Olivio and Johnny on the Pony. And if you were there in the day, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all kinds of games, and had a lot of friends, had my family there at the time. And all this stuff went on right there in the streets, all these games and stuff right on the streets of Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. My name is Henry Lampert. I'm 5'8" tall, and my base is New York City. And this is for the part of mob boss. I grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, right there on the streets. I went to school there, public schools. I played out there and on the streets. I played stickball and baseball and touch football and punch ball and games like Ring Olivio and Johnny on the Pony. Yeah, if you were there at the time, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. But it was all right out there on the streets of Flatbush, Brooklyn. Yeah. And I had my family, I had my friends, getting fist fights, with the friends. Not with the family, but you know what I'm saying, But it was never too bad in those days. Things didn't get that serious yet. Not yet, anyway. But I'll tell you something. There were so many things to do in New York. So many places to be.